Today's July 23rd, 2025. Your number one asshole, both by my wife, who's the authority, said, "You get paid to be an asshole." So I'm getting paid to teach it. And then Ken Edwards from Arizona, number one asshole. This is also on the moon, by the way. He showed me a picture of it. Okay. All right. First question on Chris, VA, DBQs, Texas. Okay. Hi, Dr. Ellis. I've written you before. Question. Okay. I received 10% for tinnitus, denied sleep apnea. Now, this is what he says. I copied and pasted a portion of the letter below. Apparently, because I answered yes to sleepwalking. Okay. That's not the reason you were denied. You were denied because they're assholes. There's a bias against the injured litigant. There's case law and medical evidence that tinnitus and contributes to rapid eye movement sleep disruption, which contributes to sleep apnea. And under the VA law, which is very, very fair to veterans, that means sleep apnea is approved. And so get yourself a nexus report that puts that information in it and cites the references, and either go back through the same, but it's Texas. You're going to have trouble in Texas. I see Texas is bullshit. Depends on where you are. Muskogee people do a pretty good job. I got a call from a VA raider from St. Louis. "Oh, Dr. Ellis, you're so wonderful. You make a nice short history. You look up the codes and give us the percentages that no one else does. And your nexus reports just make common sense. We wish more people were like you." I said, "Lady, don't say that out loud. They'll fire you." Not the head of VA. This is subconscious hatred and bias against anybody who files a claim. We all have it. When I started doing legal medicine a zillion years ago, in the early 70s, I thought 60% of my patients would be truthful and 40% be flaky amongst normal doctors, not insurance company doctors, not VA doctors. That made me pro-injured person, because most doctors, ego is such, we would rather no one get a claim than somebody trick us. Okay, but there's a bias. And it even turns into hatred. Okay, so get over yourself. Appeal it. Now, if you go to the Board of Veterans Appeals, Google VA appeals, and then Google the word Ellis. And it'll come, we're relying on Dr. Ellis support, remand, which means start over. Ellis, remand, start over. Ellis, okay, all right. But you need to get an attorney to help you appeal. Okay, now, all I do is nexus reports, okay, magic words. Every state workers' comp system, all systems have different magic words. Doctors, if you're listening to this, in most medical probability and things like that, in VA, more likely than not is the wording. Call me and I'll tell you what it means. Okay, now Dana from Maryland applied for a discharge upgrade, the help of Consortium Upgrade Vets, pro bono programs. Good for you guys. And the board denied me. I've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, have military sexual assault. Come on. 33% of you get this. God damn it. Okay. I received other than honorable discharge back in 1981. Like to reapply with the help of an expert. And we can help. We can write next support. But we'll be glad to do that. But you've got this, this consortium. Yeah. Have me come down and give you a talk. Do a Q&A. Or do a Zoom call. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. Now, this is from Brian. Now, but you need a nexus for it. What happens is, now, veteran service officers that are trained by the VA are excellent. They know you don't ever want to file your own stuff electronically. Let them do it. Every state has a VA commission. It's free. American Legion, VFW, DAV, all have people trained. Now, be careful. There are people out there saying they do this, and they're not trained by the VA. And if they charge you megabucks, then you're in the wrong place. But anyway. All right, okay. Now here's Brian, VA. Ongoing medical issues with Gulf War, skin rashes, fatigue, hypertension, mental issues, sleep issues, insomnia, vertigo, tinnitus, vision. That's interesting. Sure. Fill out the stuff. Come on in. We'll take care of you. All right. The group is Camp Hope Foundation out of Houston. Tell the Camp Hope people to give me a call. Let's do a Zoom call for them, or I'll fly down there. and on my own nickel, but I'm going to charge you $1. I'm not going to do that free. And we'll talk about VA and how to handle it and what to do and why you have so much difficulty. Because you're raised on Superman comic books, truth, justice, the American way. And so you expect the people working for the VA are going to be honest. They are and everything, but the bias against the injured litigant is so strong, they're going to screw you and not even know they're doing it. They're probably brothers and sisters of the Lord, and they're screwed. Okay? And so you just have to overcome it. And it's subconscious. It's the head of the VA is not sending this down. For instance, I've got a doctor that does VA exams for one of the contracted companies that does CVs. Okay? And he gets letters saying, you're finding more on the exit physical. That's not even a veiled threat. Said, if you keep doing that, we're going to send you any more business. Now, insurance companies, sure, don't find stuff. Find zeros. Okay? But the VA shouldn't be doing that. They should be helping the vets out. Because the law is very fair. Okay? And of course, over 50% of litigation requires a white coat, and we have no training in legal medicine. And all we learn about legal medicine is the lawyers don't go to heaven. So bless you all. Now remember, veteran service officers, you need to get a nexus report. Sending the medical records in without a nexus report and the magic words is stupid and it's wrong. I don't know who told you that, but you got to have, it's never nexus versus VSO. It's both. If you ever think either one, you're wrong. And I need to probably do a specific one on that to my VSOs. Love you guys. Now let's talk about the Raiders, the VA. Can you imagine the amount of paperwork they get for each vet? How do they do more than one person a week? So they're going to make mistakes, and they're going to be swamped. And then if they're overworked, they're going to just say, denied, and they got it off their desk. Same way with claims examiners. Now, claims examiners, everything's sent electronically, so it's not sorted. It's just a stack of crap that they have to, how the claims examiner and federal workers' comp can see with more patient a week is just basic. So let's give them a break. They're working, so they'll say, well, I've got the answer in 30 days, so I'll get a second opinion, or I'll just deny it. Okay? Because no one even knows the last name, they can get away with that. But let's give them a break, because I wouldn't do it. For me to see you, you've got to have the record. The records have to be in impeccable order, and I got to have it all out in front of me. You cannot do legal medicine on a computer screen. You've got to have everything in front of you so you can see the whole program. So veterans, raiders, and claims examiners, or federal works comp, they have one screen at a time. There's no way your brain can do that. You got to have a picnic table and everything laid out in front of you. And then you can go after the duck. What's the most important of this? Is getting your claim accepted, not your feelings. Okay. God bless everybody.